Hello and welcome back to Backroads and Boondocks. Today we're going to explore the historic Mill Springs Mill in Wayne County, Kentucky. 13 springs flow from the hill here to power this mill, which boasts the world's largest overshot water wheel. So if you're ready to go, why don't you come along with me and let me show you around. We have arrived at our destination for today. We are going to visit the historic Mill Springs Mill today in Wayne County, Kentucky. So if you're ready, come on, let's go have a look around. Here is the Mill Springs Mill. There's been a mill on this site since 1817. This current building was built in 1877. It measures 34 by 40. It's 3 stories tall, as you can see. And it boasts one of the world's largest overshot water wheels on its backside, and we'll go have a look at that in a minute. This mill operated until 1949, when the U.S. government bought up the land for Lake Cumberland. The mill reopened in 1963 with the Monticello Women's Club in the state of Kentucky running it, and in 1976 the Army Corps of Engineers restored the mill completely and took it over. It has been running it ever since. So let's have a look around here. Here we are right inside the door of the mill, and the first thing you see as you come in is this loom. This loom was used to weave flour bags and is original to the mill here. If you look around here, you can see all the machinery in here that was used to mill not only corn but wheat also. This was a commercial mill and operated from 1877 to 1949. We'll walk around here and have a look at some more of the stuff that's inside here. Here's one of the flour sacks from when this mill was in operation. As you can see, it says Diamond Roller Mills, Cumberland, cornmeal, and the miller was T.S. Roberts, Mill Springs, Kentucky. Very neat. And here's another flour sack from this mill. Different design. Same basic information though. Here we are in the heart of the mill. This mill is set up to run 2 stones. Currently they're only running 1 stone. And here's the other stone. These stones are French burr stones. They were imported from France in 1817. So these are the stones that were originally here with the first mill. That wooden thing you see right there next to the stone is called a stone crane, and it's used to be able to pick the stones up because periodically these stones have to be dressed. You see the lines in the stone there. About once a year you have to pick these stones up and you have to recut those lines because they wear away as you mill the corn or the wheat. It takes a very steady hand and you have to have some real knowledge to be able to dress these stones. Also too, I'd like to point out that these French burr stones are not one solid stone. They're actually put together in pieces. And if you'll notice that there is a metal band around it that holds these together. Every French burr stone is made this way. I always thought millstones were solid stones, but they're not. They're like a jigsaw puzzle. They're pieces put together. Each one of these stones weighs a ton. Later today, we're going to get to see this other set over here in action. They've been grinding corn and wheat since 1817, and they're still good today. That is one amazingly hard stone. All right. He's opening the water. Here it comes.
Here comes the business.
It's filling the wheel up. It should be turning real soon. He's got 100 pounds of corn here. He said he could grind that in about 5 minutes, but he's going to start and stop so it lasts a little longer. He's got the wheels moving. Well, you can hear that. Wow, this whole building is just moving. Listen to those stones. There's the ground cornmeal coming out on the other side. These millstones have been grinded since 1817. another look at the wheel turning up here. You can hear the mill running. He's shutting down the water now. He's going to slow this down, turn it off for a minute. And we're going to move outside so we can see the big wheel turn on the outside. Here we are under the mill. As you can see, there's the wheel and the gears that the wheel turns. And look at all of these straps. All of those go up into the mill and turn different things up in the mill. The wheels, the millstones, all the different machinery up there. Would not like to get caught in those. Here's something else interesting up under here. This is a 15 horsepower crude oil engine that was installed in here in the early 1900s to run the mill in case there wasn't enough water. It's amazing to me that this little engine can do the same work as that huge wheel out there. Now, I've never talked to anybody who's ever seen this work. There's always been enough water from what I understand, but you can see where the straps would hook to this so they could run the mill. Truly amazing. Here we are on the other side of the mill, getting a look up underneath and at the pillars. I was just talking to the miller here, and he said that these pillars and that the whole first floor is original to the 1817 mill that stood here. When that mill caught on fire, it really basically just burned the roof off. And they fixed that, and in 1877 they added the 2 extra floors to this. So this is pretty much basically the original mill with some additions to it. About to see the world's largest overshot water wheel begin to turn. They're letting the water out onto it. I can see it coming. All right. This wheel's been on this building since 1908. There she goes. That's what turns all the equipment on the inside. I'm going to walk a little closer and show you guys something. See that little wheel right there? The gear ratio on this is 200 to 1. The miller here right now usually keeps this at 1 revolution per minute, but when they're producing commercially, they would do 4 to 5 revolutions a minute. Very impressive. Not many places in the world you get to see this anymore. Here's the reason there's been a mill here since 1817. 13 springs come out of the hill around here, and they've been used to power the mill since the very beginning. Early long hunters noted these springs in the late 1700s, and even Daniel Boone and Michael Stoner visited here. Here we're having a little closer look at the granary. Remember, this is where all the corn and wheat was stored, and then it would run down the chutes into that second story window right there to be processed in the mill. The granary right now is being used as a gift shop by the Monticello's Women's Club. So let's walk up here and have a look around. All right, here's the entrance to the old granary. It's now the Mill Springs Gift Shop. It's run by the Monticello Women's Club, of course. And we're about to go in here and have a look around. We're inside the granary now, and as you can see, this is the gift shop. This is run by the Monticello's Women's Club. All the money here is used for local projects. Last year, they restored the Doughboy statue downtown and the World War II statue with the money raised here. They have t-shirts, knickknacks, food, you name it, they can have it here. I highly recommend you come in here and buy something, because all this money is going to stay local and these people do good work. Also recommend while you're in here to take time and look at all the old pictures. Some of them are of the mill, some of them are of different places in Wayne County. Well worth your time, folks. Well, that's going to wrap it up from the historic Mill Springs Mill in Wayne County, Kentucky today, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed the adventure. If you did, be sure to give us a like. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so you know when we post new content. Thanks again for coming, and we'll see y'all next time.